From the Big 550 Studios, this is Night Court, starring Scott Sherman.
I'll see my lawyer about this as soon as he graduates from law school.
And Jimmy Dolan.
This is the guy behind the guy behind the guy.
Join the conversation by calling toll-free 1-888-550-5877. Text comments to Night Court at 84126 and visit our Facebook page at KTRS Night Court. Night Court starts now.
Welcome back to the second hour of our anniversary show, pre-Valentine's show of Night Court, our one-year anniversary. And, Jim, you never really know who the cable guy is, do you?
No. I try not to get to know cable people, but, I mean, this one I would have liked to hear a story or two about.
Especially if you live in the Lake of the Ozarks. Apparently, 53-year-old Edward James Mayer. He was not only the cable guy, he's apparently a British bank robber who's been on the lam for over 20 years.
Now, what happened? Did they find him on Party Cove on a broken-down pontoon boat, or?
No, they found him in jail bailing out his son, and he wanted his guns back. The rest of the story has to be explained by the guy who's been on top of this since it broke on Monday. I had the opportunity to talk to Dave Stewart at KSPR News, Channel 33, the ABC affiliate in Springfield, Missouri. Folks, just sit back and listen and enjoy. You're not going to believe this. We have a very interesting story for you and a very interesting guest. Our special guest is Dave Stewart. He's the managing editor at KSPR News, ABC 33 TV in Springfield, Missouri. He's going to tell us about Fast Eddie Maher, who for 20 years has been on the lam from a 1993 bank heist just outside London, England. He was caught in the Lake of the Ozarks. Joining us is Dave Stewart. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
Excellent. Okay, so who is Fast Eddie Maher, and what did he do in England which landed him in the Lake of the Ozarks?
Well, it's really interesting. In early 1993, he was working as a security guard for a secure moving van, you know, the kind that drop off banks notes to ATMs and bank tellers and stuff. And his partner, unbeknownst to his partner, he wasn't even part of the heist at all, was in talking with bank tellers, and Fast Eddie just sort of drove off with all the loot.
And for 20 years, not Scotland Yard or Interpol or anyone can find him, but the Ozark Police Department did. How did they find Fast Eddie, and who was looking for him all these years? Was anyone?
You know, Scott, this is an amazing story. They knew who this guy was. January 23rd, 1993, he takes off. And, you know, they sort of knew exactly who he was. For a short period of time, they wondered, you know, maybe was he kidnapped or coerced into doing this, but they quickly, through investigation, found out that his partner or girlfriend, Debbie, then Debbie Brett, and their 4-year-old son, Lee, had taken off to Boston, already checked into a hotel in Boston. Fast Eddie then joins them there. And they sort of knew all along who this guy was. They tried to track him a little bit. They thought that maybe he had gone from Boston to Bermuda, then up to Canada, then over to Europe somewhere, and then to Kenya, and then the trail sort of goes cold. Over the 19 years, they had sightings of him here and there, but there was never any really credible sighting that they could say, yeah, let's go put all our resources there.
Dave.
So fast forward to just a few days ago, Fast Eddie's son, Lee, gets arrested on a domestic violence charge. He's in the Nixa police jail. Fast Eddie comes to bail him out. The officer, this is the greatest part of the story because the guy almost gets away again.
It's like a Guy Ritchie movie.
It's unbelievable. The officer says to Fast Eddie Mayer, who's been going by the name of Michael Mayer lately. He's gone by many other names, including Stephen King. He says, Mr. Mayor, I know you're a wanted fugitive out of England, but I can't arrest you.
So he tips him off.
Exactly. So according to this FBI affidavit that is part of the charging documents that we'll discuss here in a few minutes, Lee, the son, sort of confronts his father about it on the way home. This is what Lee is telling investigators. He said, I asked my dad about it, and he becomes irate and says, I'm going to kill whoever tipped off the police to who I am.
He says that in the police station, he says that?
On the way home from the police station, in the car.
That's unbelievable. Dave Stewart is our guest. He is the managing editor at KSPR News, Channel 33 in Springfield. We're talking about the Fast Eddie Mayer story, a 20-year on-the-lam story of a man that robbed. How much money did he steal from this, allegedly steal, from this bank in England?